Hey everyone, and welcome back to another episode of The 100, which is currently in its 6th season on the CW. Last week we left off with Clark back in control of her own body, with Josephine struggling to retake it. Clark called out to Gabriel on the walkie-talkie and told him about Josephine being in her head, and that she was coming to him. Let's get into the new episode and see what happens. With Josephine's help, Clark finds a place to hide in the woods after she wrecks her bike. During a conversation with Josephine about her past with Gabriel, Clark starts to have a seizure. Raven, Abby, and Simone return from the ship, and Simone double-crosses Raven and Abby and has them taken hostage. She tells Abby about Clark being taken over by Josephine. After they're taken away, Russell tells Simone that Josephine is missing and what Maddie did to two of the primes. Simone demands justice and orders the guards to kill one of the 100. Echo and Gaia convince Rocker to try and help them overthrow the primes. Echo needs him to help her with her bow so she can take someone out at the execution. While waiting for their execution, Abby finds out that Murphy aided Josephine. She slaps him and tells him to pray that Echo saves him, because if she doesn't, then they choose him to be the one killed. Still unconscious, Clark is back inside her mindscape. The barrier in between Clark and Josephine's minds is breaking down and bleeding through into one another. Josephine begs Clark for help. She figures out that by getting rid of some of Josephine's memories, they can free up space in their shared brain and save them. Gaia is put in with the other captives and tells them they have a plan and that Echo's going to kill Russell. The primes discuss the execution when one of Rocker's helpers enters. He's upset after finding out the truth about the primes and how they sacrificed their own children for nothing. The man snaps and stabs Simone with a piece of glass, and as she dies, Russell promises to bring her back. Gabriel and Octavia find Clark's body, but it's Josephine back in control somehow. Gabriel tells her he's going to get them out of there. The prime guards show up and Josephine tricks Gabriel and goes with them instead. Bellamy shows up just in time and saves them all. Octavia runs and hugs him as he holds his gun on the prime guard. He tells her to leave and tell Russell that if any of his people are hurt, he'll never see his daughter again. Back at Sanctum, the guards tell them that Maddie will be spared, but that the rest of them will be burnt to the stake, and then begin to haul them out of the room. Russell ties them all to stakes and is preparing to burn them as Echo and Rocker watch from afar, ready to take him out. Right before she has a chance to fire, Rocker knocks her in the head and she collapses. Abby tries to convince Russell to let them live by offering to help him find a better way to continue transferring their mind drives. He eventually tells her they only have 24 hours to find a way or they're all going to be killed. Back at Gabriel's camp, he prepares to take out Josephine's mind drive. She tells him that this isn't the end, that she can be resurrected, and she begs Gabriel to let her keep Clark's body and that they can still be together. He tells her that they've had their time and he has to let her go now. He injects her with a syringe and then her heart stops. Inside her mind, Clark realizes that Josephine is still there. She betrays Clark so that she can be the dominant personality inside her head. Gabriel tells Bellamy and Octavia that Clark's mind can no longer support both Josephine and Clark. Bellamy pleads with Clark to fight, and he tries to perform CPR on her and yells at her to keep going. Inside her head, Clark picks up an axe and smashes it through Josephine's skull. She wakes up and hugs Bellamy. She's back and in complete control. The episode ends there, and Clark is finally back, and it looks like next week she will wage war against the primes to save her people.